Okay. One more thing. Can you take me through the race a little bit? So, obviously there was a very big pack at about 3 miles to go. Can you take me through how that first mile kind of played out? That, that turn at the very end, and then kind of how that pack went?
I think the first mile was pretty quick, but it felt good. There were 2 guys at the front and a bit of a gap, and Ben Flanagan and myself kind of bridged that gap by like 1.5 miles. And I think we came through in 4:06, which I think last year we came through in like 4:30. But it felt great. Yeah. So I knew right away that it was going to be fast, and just tried to focus to stay in the pack, because then the pack kind of grouped together once we got to the underpass. And like with 400 to go, it was still 10, 12 guys in it, and I knew it was going to be a quick finish.
Yeah. As you turn that corner, 200 meters to go, very big pack. What's going through your mind? How are you trying to pass people? What happened?
I mean, I got past. I was just kind of going backwards. I was like going full out, and I didn't have a sprint in me. But it is what it is. It's still early in the season, and confident I got what it takes to be able to kick later in the season. Just gotta keep training.
That's what it matters. Exactly. Yeah. All right. Thanks, man. Have fun with double threshold back in Flagstaff. I'll see you there, bro.
I'll get back to you.
Can you walk us through the race? It seems like it was great.
I started in the back row. I knew I just had to be patient. All I had to do was stand my ground on the corners, and everybody would just put in surges at random points, kind of call some people's bluffs and follow others. Just stay in a good position and make some big room. Got bumps coming into the last corner, so as soon as that happened, I just had to go.
Do you know what position you were in coming into that final?
Between second and 10th. A few times. Manchester, the road race on Thanksgiving played out similar. This time I just started my kick a little bit closer to the front, so it worked out. My first road 5, yeah.
How was that way to start?
Yes. It was pretty good. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was fast, and everybody just kept working. I had sub 13:20 in my legs today, so it just played out the way it played out. I knew it was going to be fast, and I was just hoping it would be a little bit better. Wins a win. I just have a lot more free time.
Love to Ukraine! Welcome to the finish line!
Obviously the Olympics in a couple of years, and hopefully again in 2028, just 15 5K. I want to stay versatile, and I want to keep having fun and doing stuff like this that, it doesn't really count towards World Athletics, but it's so much fun, and it gives you so much confidence that I want to keep being able to do that.
How did it feel to go 1-2 with Ben?
Oh, Ben got second? I didn't see where he went. So that's awesome.
Do you have any sort of side battle lineup that you guys have tonight?
No, it's just I'm at altitude right now, and he's still in Michigan. So kind of a grudge match of is my money worth it?
Yeah. So where have you been training?
I've been in Flagstaff for like the last 6-ish weeks, and then I'll be coming back down in May. So I'm with Alex. I got to keep an eye on him. He's a chaperone.
Yeah. So that's like something you funded yourself?
Yeah, we get a little bit of funding from USATF Foundation, and then Adidas will pay for some travel, but that won't be used up with as expensive as flights are getting. That will be used up for the fall. So,
have you trained altitude before?
Yeah, I did last fall. October to November.
So, you feel like you've seen it, you think it's worth it?
I think it's worth it. It's also just going up there and the hills, free fitness whenever you're running the hills like that. And then, the altitude is course, but being around so many serious runners, you learn so much.
You're beautiful, you're talented, all the best adjectives apply to every single one of you.
I mean, everybody's just way more serious about it. So honestly, I've gone from trying to convince people that I'm around to like, all right, let's lock in, you know, with my college teammates, and it's let's work with school and let's balance track to, all right, guys, let's get away from running. Let's go do something. You know, let's go take a hike or something.
Yeah, so it definitely seems like a very, very nice track club. You know, it's got a versatile group. You know, you obviously got Hobbs Kessler, the mile prodigy. You got a little bit of the older sort of members on the club. Obviously, you got Nick Willis, who still semi-oftenly trains with you guys in Michigan. How's that sort of dynamic work? Where you got some guys that are all the way from the marathon to all the way down to the mile to kind of like work with?
It's great. We got a lot of different guys to work with. You forgot Charlie Grice, who just won an 800 yesterday. We work with super speed guys like that. And yeah, we got young Hobbs, who brings a lot of energy to the group and a lot of unique talent to the group. And then we got, you know, Mason on the steeple. He helps us out with our rituals, and he's very adaptable. And Ben is just a grinder. So putting us all together is it works out for all of us. Thank you.
Do I have any cookie in my teeth?
Yeah, but it's all good. It looks good.
Thanks,
So, you know, you came in second today. You know, it's a pretty big result. You know, obviously, you're pretty well known around the very nice track club for your road racing. You know, how's it feel to come out here today and, you know, get second behind your teammate?
It was almost great if it wasn't for Morgan, man.
Exactly.
No, it was awesome. I mean, the race was just like, it just wasn't what I expected. Like, usually, I ran here 4 years ago, so it's been a while. I follow the results every year, and usually things break up pretty early. And I looked around with 2 miles to go, and it was just, 2 miles in, a mile to go, and everyone was still there. So it was like, okay, you just gotta like stay calm and wait for a huge break. And I train with Morgan. Kicks my ass in strides every week. So he's like one of the most explosive runners on the circuit. I don't think a lot of guys know that. So when we had 400 to go and he took off, it was just like, I tried to keep up, but I knew I could try to get the guys that fell off of him, and to come away with second and a 1-2 finish was very nice, was pretty cool. And the Canadian record, of course.
Would you say it's pretty nice?
I would say it's very nice. Yeah, it was awesome. And then like the last 400 meters, just to like, because I knew CPT was in the field, my head was on a swivel, just like looking around to see if I could get him for the Canadian record, and I did, fortunately. But it's like CPT's got wheels, so at no point did I feel safe. Like it was like all into the finish line, because you know the guy closed like crazy, and I could see him coming up on me at any moment.
Yeah. So you know, talking about CPT, he actually mentioned you a little bit earlier ago in an interview, being like he wanted to catch up to you because he knew if he caught up to you, the Canadian record would be on the line. But
yeah,
you know, he was just a little shy. You know, going back to how your training structure sort of works. You know, obviously, like I mentioned to Morgan, you got the faster guys like the 800 with Charlie, Myler with Hobbs, and then you got Steeple, and then there's obviously you on the other end of the spectrum. You know, having that road strength, how did you feel coming into the race?
I felt awesome. I mean, like anytime I'm on the roads, like I have no idea why, but I feel like I have an edge, just honestly based on my track record. So, like I felt confident coming in, and training's been going great. This is the time of year we just don't really know what's there. So, I mean, I felt awesome, and aerobically I feel so good. So, like, I'm biased. Like, I would have loved if it went out faster, and I feel like that would have given me a bit more of an advantage. But I knew when there was that many guys going down Boylston that it was just gonna like break open, and that last corner was a total shit show. So it was just like we hit that turn, and everyone just closed like crazy. So to be able to like close that hard among like athletes like that is, I mean, a huge confidence booster. And the priority is World Champs this year, so this sets me up for a pretty good track season.
What's the priority in World Champs? Are we going for the 10K, 5K?
5K, baby. So I'm going the opposite direction most people go, and you know, training with Ronnie and like you said, all the speedsters, like it's part of my training that's always kind of been untapped, but my body responds to really, really well. So to kind of be tapping into that speed work again, like combined with the strength, like things are really coming along. So I'd love to take a shot at that standard 13:07 in the next few weeks.
Yeah, and it seems like a lot of your teammates right now are in Flagstaff. You know, Hobbs is there, Morgan is there, Eric is there. A lot of the guys are already there. But it seems like you're staying pretty true to Michigan. You know, have you decided if you're going to go to Flagstaff quite yet, or are you just kind of holding back in Michigan, holding on for it?
Yeah, honestly, the truth is, the only reason I'm on Flagstaff is like I haven't found a way for it to like conveniently fit into my lifestyle. Like I'm getting married in October. I got a couple dogs, and it's like it's hard for me to like just go somewhere else for 6 weeks. So I'm trying to find a way for all of us to get out there, and you know, I feel like I've never done it before, and at this stage of my career, it feels like I need to try it just to see how my body responds. So far, like I'm really confident with my ability at sea level. I've been able to show that I can compete with guys that I've trained train that flag. But if there's some untapped potential there, I definitely want to explore it. It's just about packing up my dogs and getting my fiance to agree to a 6 to 8 week trip, which at some point will happen.
Yeah, and you mentioned that you're going to be aiming for the 5K specifically. You know, the 5K right now seems to be one of the most competitive sort of fields like in the world. Obviously, you got the top end, you know, East Africans like Cheptegei, Kiplimo, but you also got guys like Jakob, Luis. You know, there's guys that are international, you know, that are really kind of attacking this. What sort of things are you doing in your training to be able to, you know, give you that extra edge, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I would love to say like those are the guys I'm targeting right now, but like my training style is like incremental, and like the truth is I've never made a world team. So like right now, like I'm not even quite yet looking at Jakob and Cheptegei. Right now it's like hit the standard, win the Canadian trials, and then the next step from there is like, okay, let's prep to make the finals, and then that's where the time where it's like I got to worry about what Jakob and Cheptegei are doing. It's not like it's off the table. Like I do feel confident at one point I can compete with guys like that, but I think I wouldn't be helping myself if I shoot for that without taking care of the fundamentals right now, which is making my first world team, because I've never done it and it pisses me off I haven't been on one yet, so I got to get that done.
Why did you decide to do that event instead of going up to the marathon?
Yeah, I mean, it was a gut decision really. Like I've been having people asking about the marathon for like 4 years now, and I'm not in a rush, and honestly seeing some of the guys perform at such a high level in their mid to late 30s has given me confidence that like next Olympic cycle I can go for it. So honestly the decision point for me was this year. It was going to be my last swing on the track. If I made worlds, I'm going to go for the track in the Paris Olympics. If I didn't make worlds this year, I was moving up to the marathon. So it's all really about Paris, and this is the year to decide if I have what it takes to go to Paris on the track. If I do, I'm going to do it, and then I want to go another Olympic cycle on the roads. If I don't, I'm going to go to the roads right away. And I don't know. I just think the faster I get on the track, eventually it's going to make me a better marathoner.
In the 5 and the 10, but what's kind of the thought process now coming into 2023? You know, attacking the 5 and the 10 this year.
Yeah, I started a little late this time just to build back slowly. I don't have to rush, so I can stay strong at the end of the season, after season. But definitely the goal is to get marathon
Congratulations, runners! Monica, Tiffany, Laura, Jesse.
Do you think, you know, the women's 5K, the women's 10K globally, right, it's getting very, very tough, but do you think you'll be able to, you know, really get into that mix and, you know, kind of step things up to the rest of the day?
Yeah, why not? I just have to stay healthy and train hard, and maybe build in my speed. That's not one thing that makes it work.
B.A.A. 5K presented by
You're going off to the 10K standard, you said?
Yes.
Where?
You've never looked better. You are so strong. You are about to cross that finish line. If you can hear my voice.
Would it be on the roads or on the track?
Everything you
I mean, did you think about doing it on the roads? Because you can get it on the roads now. I feel like the super shoes, it gives people a boost. You're already a good road runner.
Can you get there?
I just want to
Under
give it a
45 minutes. There you are. There you did. You're amazing. Congratulations.
You can get the standard on the roads for the track. So,
As that finish line comes into view, that's when you give yourself a goal.
What's your training situation like in terms of like your training group and like you know, support system and everybody that you have around you?
Those last few
We have a
steps.
pretty good group.
It doesn't always feel good, but it always feels worth it. Now is when you look at that clock, you said, can I get there before the clock turns 46?
Like mostly
There are 45:30 on the clock. Can you get there before it hits 46?
When I wanted to have
Can you pass that person who's right ahead of you? Can you get the best finish line photo you've ever gotten? I challenge you to do all those things. Can you get there? Can you run a personal best? I think you can. I know you can.
It seems like Under Armour is definitely getting a lot more money and funding recently. I know you guys just recently started building your gym, specifically in Flagstaff. You know, you're getting more money for the media side, hiring guys such as Jen Ferrero for the company. How has that, you know, benefited you to kind of help elevate your game through having these extra resources?
You know, it's amazing. When I joined that group, it was just like a few people, and then it was just like it started with a few people. Now it's growing, and then we have like an amazing runners across the world. They compete for different countries, which is very exciting to be around them.
As you cross the finish line, we ask that you
happy.
And it seems like every group is sort of elevating in a sense. You know, obviously, I think it started a little bit earlier with the OAC kind of elevating, doing well. Hoka's been doing well as a league. You guys have been doing well. Obviously, you have guys like Ian McCordy. You know, how's that sort of step up in athletics been sort of in your mind? How have you been framing it? How have you kind of been attacking it, knowing that, you know, there has to be that next level / next step that you have to take?
It's amazing, you know, when you see this great runners training at the same place that you live, it definitely has been very motivating. Just to see them and like working every day around that is amazing. I know that they have like a lot of different in slot stuff, which is amazing. You just see these runners and it's like, oh, hey, you run into each other. It's amazing, but Under Armour is one of them. They're investing to just like, as you said, they just built the gym and we have our media team and just like, wow, I can't wait to see what's going to be the next couple years.
You know, Ben, the group's going, you know, obviously, you know, when it was in its beginnings, it was kind of just reaching out to Hoka, telling them about this pro group, starting off with just a couple athletes, but now, you know, the group's expanded. You've become the director, you've hired Alan as the coach, and then you obviously had Jen, you have your own gym that you're building. The group is growing. How's that sort of feel as you build up this really big thing?
Feels great. Everything's coming to fruition for sure. I like to come through on my promises, and we like to come through on our promises as a group, and that's what we've been doing.
Yeah, and so, you know, obviously it's a diverse group. You know, obviously you got the marathoners such as Steph, Alfine, you know, the kind of the veterans at this. But you got a lot of new guys too, you know. We just had a lot of your guys sort of race in the 5K and do pretty well, all things considered, getting 4th, 5th, and 10th. You know, All In, Alex, Wesley, you know, the group is expanding. How does it feel, you know, having that dynamic range between milers all the way to marathons, you know?
Oh, it's very fun because there's always something going on. You know, we've got Chrissy coming up here at the B.A.A. mile in a couple of hours, and then of course Alfine on Monday, Footsum tomorrow at Rotterdam. So there's just always something happening, whether it's on the track or the roads or in the marathon. So that was the vision, and that's what's happening.
Yeah, and it seems like the training in the group itself is, you know, also elevating. You know, there was a lot of things that, like, I think one group did or this group did, but now it seems like every group does everything. You know, I'll see Jen out there setting up wickets on Monday.
Yeah.
And then I'll see you guys doing a speed workout on Tuesday with some people on the track, some people on the road, some people on the dirt, and then Wednesday you'll all join together and go do a long run on Winona.
Yep.
So it definitely seems like the group is doing everything they can, all the minute details, and it seems like they're doing that because the sport as a whole seems to be elevated. And if you're not doing everything, all the little things, you'll be left behind. You know?
Yeah, I think a lot of it is the competition. You have to keep up with the Joneses, and so we can't leave any stone unturned or people will beat us. And it's as simple as that. It's sports, and so you have to do everything possible to put your athletes in a position where they can succeed.
Yeah, and it seems like out of all the pro groups sort of here in the U.S. as a whole, you know, we got the OAC, we got Under Armour, you got the Baltimore Under Armour, you got those other pro groups basically. They all seem to be kind of international groups, but I've noticed recently that NAZ at the end of the day is still kind of like a 90%, 95% American-based group.
Well, maybe. I mean, we have, you know, Alex is from Kenya, Matt Baxter's from New Zealand, Alice is from Great Britain. So we have certainly some international flavor. Wesley's from Kenya, although he'll be getting his U.S. citizenship. I would say, you know, we've got 18 athletes, and I guess from a percentage standpoint, we're certainly majority Americans, but we've got international flavor too. I think we just want good people. I don't think of it like that. I just think of it like, is this person going to be fast? Are they going to be good for the group? Are they going to be a good teammate? Are they going to enjoy it? Okay.
Yeah. Hey, how's that recruiting sort of going for this year, you know?
Good. Yeah, talking to all the top people, and we'll probably add another couple of folks, 2 to 3, maybe 4 people, and as long as they meet that criteria.
Yeah.
Really fast, really good human being. That's all we want.
Exactly. You know, and a lot of people are saying kind of like this Hoka shoe. People are really excited about the Rocket X.
Oh,
you know?
big time.
And it's definitely showing a lot in its performances. People are saying like this is the shoe we've been waiting for Hoka. How does it feel to finally not only have like the shoe, but obviously Hoka's been supporting you guys through thick and thin. And so now you've been able to actually really get that gym, be able to get the resources that you guys need as a team.
It feels very good. I mean, they've always been good about continuing to give us more and more funding over the years, and now that they've given us this shoe as well, Rocket X2, we feel very good. We feel like we're on an even playing field, and that's all we ever wanted. I think that it took the entire industry a while to catch up and for all the brands to be where they need to be in terms of the technology. But now we're there and everybody's there. And so now all the brands have an equal shot when you step on the line, and that's all we ask for.
Awesome. Thanks, man.
Okay, see you, man. Have a great weekend.
Awesome.